Hey, how's it going? How's everybody doing? This is going to be another video of my lyrics, my poetry, as it probably said in the clickbait, unless you watched this before. I actually probably did the clickbait because I'm lazy that way. Most people people that know me know that, yeah, I post the videos and then the clickbait maybe a day or two later, sometimes even longer. I know it's pathetic. But yeah, I'm lazy that way, but I do like to have my stuff posted because I don't know, everybody wants to see me. I'm important. I'm entitled. Yes. No, that's not it. I just like posting my stuff. And then my expectations for myself, as they used to be, I used to do them right away. But now I just kind of post my videos, get lazy, get doing other things. And anyway, this is one called Everything to Me. I wrote this in 2021, copywritten, just to throw that out there. The lyrics will be posted down below in the description. It's actually one of my. I've been, all the years and years I've been writing stuff and the hundreds of things I've written. This is actually one of my favorite because it talks about me and Tracy, my wife. Um, and if you hadn't seen it, actually, I did just post a video about how we met. Um, so yeah, scroll down a bit and check that video out. It's a funny or effed up story about my life, and it's kind of a funny little story. And we've been together for over 30 years, so but not everything has been great. And this song just sort of talks about that in a sense. So I'm looking up here because this is where I have the lyrics. My monitor is right here, and yeah, so that's why I keep looking up. But anyway, that being said, yeah, this one talks about just sort of like how we were going through kind of a rough patch for a bit, and I will always love Tracy, even if we're not together. Something happens, I will still always love her. Like, it's just, you've been together that long, it's inevitable. But I'm still in love with her, and I always will be. That being said, this kind of is just sort of talking about um, going through a little bit of a rough patch and stuff, and I'll just leave it at that, I suppose. And I think it's one of the most one of very beautiful piece that I wrote. I'm not going to lie, and it's very different from a lot of the more darker metaphoric stuff that I wrote. And I'm not going to lie, it was slightly inspired by Nine Inch Nails version of, or Nine Inch Nails Hurt, Nine Inch Nails version of Hurt. No, it's by Hurt by Nine Inch Nails. Very influenced by that, because it's funny because I did write a song years and years ago that I will eventually post and talk about on my channel, um, about myself, and when I was going through some depression and stuff earlier. Probably, I think I would have been around 30 years old this time. So you're talking about like 20 years ago, I guess. I wrote, and it was inspired by Johnny Cash's version of Hurt. And I actually, in my notebook or in my songbook, where all my like cleaned up versions of, not cleaned up, but anyway, when I let people read my lyrics and stuff, it's in there, and it actually says right in the bottom, inspired by Johnny Cash's version of Hurt, as opposed to the original Trent Reznor version or Nine Inch Nails version, which this song was very much inspired by. I'm just gonna look at some. Oh, it's called Everything to Me. Did I say at the beginning? No, I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I wrote Everything to Me, meaning Tracy is everything to me. Um, I'm just gonna look for some notable parts. I'm gonna, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, let's see. This one's okay. You know what? I'll read the chorus. There's the chorus is in the song three times, and the third chorus actually has an additional part. And I'll just read the last chorus, like all the way through. Which again, that was inspired by Nine Inch Nails' "Hurt," because if you know the song, or if you only know the Johnny Cash version, which is fine too, which is Johnny Cash's cover. Trent Reznor was so loved that so much that now he considers that a Johnny Cash song more than he considers it a Nine Inch Nails song. It's kind of like Dolly Parton considers "I Will Always Love You" by Whitney Houston, which, if you didn't know, was actually a cover of it's a Dolly Parton song originally, and she considers the Whitney Houston version, which is beautiful. I love that song. I love Whitney Houston. As much as I am into metal and like hip hop and like gangster rap in particular, Whitney Houston is just like, God, she's amazing. She was amazing. But yeah, but Dolly Parton considers that a Whitney Houston song. She loved Whitney Houston's cover of it and her take on it and her beautiful, beautiful vocals. And she was just like, oh, that's a Whitney Houston song now. But anyway, that being said, I will go to the last chorus here. So the first two parts are throughout the song, like in two different places. Or, no, just one other place, I guess. I had a third part of the chorus, the end. Anyway, so like I said, we are going through some tough times and, relationships do. So I'm not going to sing it, just so you know, but it is down below. Anyway, who are we now? Who are we now? Where did it all go? It used to be something great. Now it feels all for show. You are my best friend, the most important thing I need. It didn't always show, but you're everything to me. Now this is the part that's added on, tacked on, that isn't in the other verse some. If I were to die today, I want the whole world to know. Through the best and worst, I loved you through it all. And most of my writing style isn't like that. And I know I sound very monotone, but I just wanted the words to be heard rather than me trying to sing it, like trying, because it'll sound like me imitating Trent Reznor, like in terms of the tune, like who are we now? No, it's not going to happen. My singing style is more like who are we now? No, a lot, grimier. But anyway, please check out the lyrics below and tell me what you think about them. Comment on them. And yeah, and if you're a musician or a songwriter or a poet or anything like that, and you want me to check out your channel, I will absolutely 100% do that. And please, yeah, comment below, like, subscribe. I just want to get up to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm gonna leave it at that. And until the next one. And for some reason, I grabbed the mouse because why? Anyway, until the next one. Bye.